The one thing that I would say in closing, because we want to help anyone that is in recovery, wherever you are on that path, whether you're on the street or whether you're in a center or whether you got a couple of years or you're just still fighting for your life, alcohol or drugs was just a symptom of the problem. So I personally seek the solution on a daily basis. And so if you ever need any help, give us a call, give us an email, reach out. We have workshops, we have weekly meetings, we have this kind of thing. And so get involved in that way. I believe part of me in my early recovery, I ended up on the streets of Ottawa. I got my ID back where we do peer-to-peer support at Sandy Hill Community Center. My address for, how long do you keep ID for before you change it? Like 5 years? My ID on my driver's license says it was 35 daily. That is the Ottawa mission. That was on my ID. And so that's kind of where I started my thing. And I was at a homeless shelter, and I know there's somebody in here, there may be 5 of us that said the same thing. I'm going to get my life back on track. That was a delusion. That's a trick, because I don't want to get my life back on track. Recovery is about giving you a whole new life and a whole new experience. And so I just wanted to get my life back on track. I wanted to get out of a homeless shelter. I had a family and all that stuff that I wanted to get back to and make up time, because I missed a lot of stuff because of my addiction. And about 6 months into my recovery, I had a relapse, and then I had another relapse, and then another one. And I in that time, I found a Bible verse, and it said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you." And the light went on, and it all made sense. And if I seek a relationship with God, I'll get everything else that I'm kind of working towards. I was like, okay. I quit my job that day. I said, "You got me sober. Now you get me a job if I need one." And I ended up getting a job 9 months into my professional volunteer career, and if you will. And after that 9 months, I was offered a night shift at a place called Jericho Road, and I was the overnight supervisor of a house with mentally ill guys. And it was a new job and a new experience. I was highly underqualified. I was given the key to the med cabinet with enough meds to kill a wild horses in the outback. And it was like the responsibility though. And I remember, a couple months in, and I remember having these thoughts coming up in my head on a Friday afternoon after work, because I did the night shift. So I had the weekend off, and I'd be back Monday, late afternoon. And I just remember thinking, like, this would be a good day to go to the bar, go to the pub, and I could probably get away with it. And then Sunday would roll around if I made it to Sunday, and then I'd dry out for Monday and I'd be back at work. And I was like, there's no way I could go to work and serve 12 men with mental illness and feel the guilt and the shame and the hiding of that. And just that little responsibility started to change my thinking. And it's not about what we do, but the things that we're involved in, the outreach, the peer-to-peer support, the working with mentally ill people, helping other addicts, those responsibilities are going to start changing how you think. And it's going to probably save your life here and there, because we have a mental disease that says, hey, today's a beautiful day. I'm not thinking about drinking at all. And then now I'm at a bar, because I've left AA meetings and been at a bar. I've left funerals and been at a bar. Weddings, for some odd reason, mess at weddings. I made it to my own. That was a miracle. Miracle. And so I just want to offer you that consideration, is just get involved and just serve and volunteer and take on responsibility in helping others, because it's going to start changing the way you think.